And hello and welcome to Lakota West High School, where tonight the Firebirds will be taking on the LaSalle Lancers. Hello, I am Bill Bretson. Joining me is Mike Lyons. Mike, how you been?
Good, Bill. It's good to be here, ready for some hoops.
Yes, that's right. We got boys hoops tonight. Non-conference, obviously, for these teams as LaSalle's out of the GCL, and of course GMC for Lakota West. So West comes in 2-3, 1-2 in the league. LaSalle Lancers 1-2. We'll go over the starters here in just a second as LaSalle gets the tip. Their starters are Coden Lambert, Nathan Bogenpool, Randy Riley Hobler, Quinn Ely, and Henry Loudon. Starters out for the Lancers. And that's Ely with the ball. Ely's a 5'10" senior.
Bill, this LaSalle team has been good for many, many years. Many people remember Dan Fleming as head coach. Got a new coach over here now.
Pat Godey is in his first year as coach. Three-pointer attempt is no good by Hobler, and West now. They're going to be starting Max Kiker, Spencer Farthing, Brad Graw, Jarrett McCarkle, David Jones, the starters. That's Jones with the ball. He dishes it off to Kiker.
Good rebound.
And rebound put in by, and I didn't see who.
David Jones.
David Jones. David Jones gets the first points of the game, and West with the steal back the other direction. Kiker again with a three-point attempt off the rim, and we got a foul coming up. Looks like the foul's going to be on Vogelpool. Or is it on? Nope, it's an offensive foul. It's on Lakota West.
Yeah, that's on Jones.
So Jones picks up the foul. He has the basket and the foul. Our officials tonight, Kevin Keefe, Steve Tabler, and Rennie Cousineau. Veteran officials here tonight on this crew. LaSalle now with the ball. Hobner bringing the ball over the timeline. He had a great first game. He had 29 points against Schroeder in the first game of the season. Averages around 19.
Oh, out of bounds. Yeah, that's a pretty impressive first game, I'd say.
You said this team has not had a losing record since 2000-2001 season. So right now they're 1-2. And there is the drains the three. That's Hobner. He gets the three and he puts his team up by a point right now. And steal, and I don't know if we had a foul coming up or what. No, I think LaSalle stepped out of bounds, I believe, Mike.
It could have very well been a foul, though. We were right here, right in front of us, and it was a pretty obvious slap.
That was a steal by Hobner. Hobner, he gets the easy basket. He has all 5 of the Lancer points right now as they're up by 3. Kiker kicks it out to Jones. Round to McCorkle. That's Grawl with the ball. Back to McCorkle.
West is being patient here, which is a good thing.
And there's a drive by Mac Kiker, and it's good, and he's fouled. And the foul is on number 12. That's Henry Loudon. He's 6'2" senior. He picks up first foul. Puts Kiker at the line. Kiker is a 75% foul shooter.
And he's the leading scorer for the Firebirds so far this season.
Carter Combs, 6-foot sophomore, in for Matt Rooks. Matt Rooks is in his fourth year at Lakota West after having a time at Wyoming there for a while. Did a real good job with the Cowboys down there. Came up here. He's had one good season a couple years ago, but hoping for another good one now. They're 2-3. He said it could easily be rolled off the rim.
You just didn't get enough lift on it.
Could easily be 4-1, he said, right now in the season. So, hope for good things. Now, you know, LaSalle's dominated this series the last 3 years, and they're 5-1 overall in the series. They won the last 3 games, but I think of all the years right now, they have a good chance of the West of winning this year. So.
Well, they match up pretty evenly, Bill, especially size-wise. I mean, I'm used to seeing some LaSalle teams with some big giants in their team, but this year, a smaller team.
Well, LaSalle just substituted 4 new players in, so we'll catch up with them. Cameron Porter's one of them, number 23, and Cole Hildebrand, number 25. 3-point attempt is no good. That's Max Eiler. He's in the game now for Lakota West. Both coaches like to sub.
Speaking of which.
Just like that, we have 4 more players coming in. So Pat Godey gets fresh legs in there just about every minute or so. Meanwhile, we are tied at 5.
Oh, he was wide open. There he is. Not a good foul.
Derek Eddins, sophomore, he is fouled.
Yeah, not a good foul. If you're going to foul somebody down there with an easy wide open layup, make sure that they don't have a good shot at the basket.
Mitch Wagner in the game for West. He's got it. Here comes the foul.
You'll see him wide open down there, and just a ticky-tack foul. Very easily could have been a 3-point play.
As Henry Loudon with the foul shot down there. Henry made his first foul shot, and this second one.
Ooh, in and out.
3-point in and out.
And West is firing up a lot of threes, Bill. They need to be getting it inside a little bit more. Oh.
They do not have a great deal of height. About 6'5", their tallest guy. And foul is on Mitch Wagner, and I believe that is Mitch's second foul. Yeah, and coming off the bench, he has 2 fouls, so he'll probably be coming out of the game here. Meanwhile, Cameron Porter with the foul shot makes it, puts his team up by 2, and we just have a revolving door of players here. I don't think, Mike, I can remember in the first 4 minutes of a game this many substitutions. So, and this is everything on that last one. So that's going to go out of bounds. So we'll keep you up on who's in the game. Mitch Wagner is in. He stays in with 2 fouls. Brad Graw, one of their starters, has the ball right now. 3-point attempt, dished off to Holmes, and stolen back by Graw.
There you go.
In the paint, rolls out.
That was a good shot, though.
That's Miles Greenwood. Miles Greenwood's coming off his best game of the season. He had 14 points in their win against Sycamore the other night.
Getting a little sloppy here.
Kiker. Kiker's trying to go coast to coast. He's stripped, though, underneath. Cameron Porter.
Well, that's what you want to see.
There's your new coach for the Lancers, Pat Godey. Only the 4th coach in 56 years.
That's pretty amazing.
That is. In the same period of time, Cleveland Cleveland Browns have had 275 coaches.
That's true.
Nice quarterbacks, I'm sorry. So, they called it a 5-second, but then he walked. Actually, I think it was a 5-second violation before the walk. So
here comes some subs again.
Bowden Lambert back in for LaSalle. Derek Eddings. Eddings with the ball. Lancers have a 2-point lead. We've got 3:20 to go here in this first quarter of action here tonight. Three-point attempt by Eddings is no good.
Neither team is doing too well from outside so far.
Neither team's really not LaSalle's a better three-point shooter.
There it is.
Shooting team. There's a inside by Jared McCorkle. McCorkle, his first basket. Averaged just under 9 a game. Ties it at 7. Quinn Ely. Hobner. Oh, nice look underneath. He kicked it back out.
Ooh.
Hobner kicked it back out to Ely. He should have taken the basket, I think. Right there. Now we have a turnover.
Another travel.
Carter Combs travel. Meanwhile, Henry Loudon now back in the game for the Lancers. He replaces Lambert.
David Jones back in for the Firebirds.
And so is Max Kiker. Well, these players should not be getting tired. That's for sure.
No, they're getting some wind.
I don't think anybody's had more than a couple minutes action out there. So.
You know, the one thing about that, though, Bill, is sometimes it's hard to get into a good rhythm.
Yeah, right. That's a good point. LaSalle underneath, and that is blocked underneath there by Farthing.
Of course, I like what LaSalle is doing. They are attacking the basket. You just got to keep forcing the ball inside. West needs to do the same thing.
Good man. Well, yeah, it's man-to-man defense right now that LaSalle's been using.
Yeah, very good defense.
Yes.
They got a foul on the baseline here, looks like. It's Hobner.
Riley Hobner picks up his first foul. It's a third on the Lancers.
So Hildebrand is in the game, and so is Cameron Porter back in.
I think just about everybody on the bench has seen action so far.
There's a three.
3-point off the rim.
Way short.
Quinn Ely with the rebound, and he tumbles to the floor. And I think they said he traveled with it, so West gets the ball out under their basket. Ayler triggering in.
Oh,
and nice shot by Farthing. Underneath the basket, and he's fouled.
Strong move inside. He used the glass to his advantage. Made some body contact, went up with the right hand. Good shot.
Quinn Ely with the foul. And once again, wholesale substitutions in for the Lancers. Logan Poole back in, Lampert back in. Meanwhile, the other end, Farthing gets the foul shots. 3-point play the old-fashioned way. He has 3, averages 64% from the line, about 6 a game. And gives the Firebirds their biggest lead so far at 10-7. Nice movement by the Lancers, but couldn't get it to drop, and Coden Lambert knocks it out of bounds. He last touched it. And meanwhile, Ely back in the ball game. Cameron Porter back in the ball game for the Lancers.
It seems to me, Bill, that both these teams are just feeling each other out so far. Nobody seems really comfortable on either end of the court.
Yep. Jones going to try to drive into the paint, and off too hard off the backboard, but recovered though by Greenwood.
You like the aggressiveness, attacking the basket when things aren't falling outside. Go inside, pound the bodies inside, and try to get a good shot. If not, you're going to wind up at the line shooting free throws.
And it looks like right now Riley Hobner just picked up his second foul. Greenwood with the foul shot. He's 63% from the line, and that's going to be a big blow for the Lancers, getting their big guy out of the ball game right now. He's going to sit probably most of the rest of the half now with the 2 fouls. Misses the second one. Nice fight for the offensive rebound, but
Yeah, he picked up 2 pretty quick there within like the span of a minute.
Lambert back in the ball game for the Lancers. Eddings now bringing the ball over the timeline. Sal down by 4. Lambert being guarded closely by Greenwood.
I think they're going to hold up for 1.
30 seconds to go here in this first quarter. If you're the stat guy and you're doing the minutes in the game,
yeah, that's
it's like almost
keeping
a
you
nightmare.
busy, right?
Yeah, exactly. 16 seconds. LaSalle holding the ball, not being pressured here. It seemed about 10 seconds ago they'll start a play going here. 9 seconds now. There they go. Little 10-footer
nice
by Loudon. Henry Loudon, nice shot. Oh, not a bad attempt by the West, but 11-9 is our score at the end of the first quarter in favor of West. And we said the last 3 years, Lakota West, LaSalle has beaten them in last year 71-36, 49-32. 2 years before that in 2015, 58-42. So they have not had any really close games. But like I said, this year LaSalle lost some good guys last year. They lost C.J. Fleming, among other ones. He's going to Bellarmine now. Trey Krieger is going to Heidelberg. Joe Hartman's going to Capital University. Those are good guys off that team last year, at Lancer's team. And they went all the way to the regional finals last year. So really, Pat Godey's got a little bit of rebuilding to do here this year.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, I want to see the minutes here.
Pretty evenly distributed among both teams, but especially LaSalle. Nobody has more than almost 7 minutes.
9 different Lancers have been in the game. Let's see. And 9 different Firebirds have been in the game. That's amazing.
It keeps you awake as a player.
Yeah. All right, we'll see if anything stands out in those stats here as we go through this second quarter here. Bill Bretz, Mike Lyons, glad you have joined us here tonight. A few days off from Christmas. Exam week for a lot of these schools, and there's
long
a
ball.
Three-point long ball by Quinn Ely. Quinn.
Nice pass.
Averages 3 a game. He's got his 3 right there, and they steal the ball.
Got to use the glass on that one. That was a wide open layup.
Shot falls for Henry Loudon. Henry Loudon's having a good game out there. 5 points so far for Loudon. He averages 5 a game. He's got his average. Driving too far hard off the backboard by the West, and all of a sudden, LaSalle's got a 5-point run going here in quarter number 2. Loudon looking inside, now kicks it back out to
way deep.
Eddings, and he misses.
LaSalle missed a good chance there. Wow, what a shot.
Kiker high off the backboard. And Max goes tumbling to the ground. Max 5'10" out there is actually one of the smaller players on the floor, but he has 5 points now. The Firebirds now are back within 1. Did you catch what he said?
No, I don't know.
We got some more substitutions in, including Conrad Kurtz, I think, seeing his first action tonight. And Hobner's back in the ball game with 2 fouls. Interesting. Riley Hobner, a 6'2" senior. 29 in his first game against Schroeder, and their only win of the season. Little turnaround in the paint. That's no good by Loudon. Hustle down there, and
that was
last out by
wow.
LaSalle. Whoa.
From my viewpoint, it was off of the leg of the West player. Wow.
Barthing going to be triggering in here for the Firebirds. McCorkle back in the ball game. Placing Graw.
Both teams became a little frantic there within the last 30 seconds.
Anything's been pretty frantic all quarter.
Yeah, that's true.
As Cole Hildebrand back in for Lancers. Wait a minute, what? Only one substitution on that.
Wow.
Stoppage there. That might be a record tonight.
It is.
McCorkle. Holmes. Barthing dribbling around, being guarded closely by Lambert, and
you can't throw it at somebody's feet and expect them to catch it.
And Hobner back in along with Eddings, and we see Brad Groff back in for the Firebirds.
You know, LaSalle had a real chance to get a run going there, and then they missed a couple shots badly, and then it became kind of a free-for-all. So let's see if they have a plan here to get back on track.
What's Henry doing? What's Henry doing?
Eddings to Vogelpool. Vogelpool. Oh, nice little handoff to Hobner, and I think he's fouled along the baseline.
Yeah, that was a backdoor cut, and I'm not real sure that that's what they were looking for, but it took a while for the play to develop. Nonetheless, working in and around the basket will get you to the line.
Barthing picks up his first foul. That's a fourth one for the Firebirds. This Hobner, first time at the line tonight, he came in with an 81% foul shooter, 81.5% from the foul line. Usually when you're at that stage, they call you Mr. Automatic.
Yeah.
Puts the Lancers up by 2. You can see why he's an 85% foul shooter. Nice touch there. He has 7 points now. LaSalle is up by 3. Holmes bringing the ball over the timeline.
A lot of contact down there.
Yeah, it's been a physical game, there's no doubt. And a fast game, too. There's some quick players out there. Oh, that's one that brings gray hair to you. Caught down there by girls coach Andy Fishman. Just watching the game. And right in front of Coach Fishman. Henry Loudon's going to trigger it in. Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say he knows a little bit about basketball.
A little bit. Had a son playing for the team here for a few years.
Yeah. Wide open.
Wide open three off the rim by Eddings. Kiker.
Yeah,
that's a reach-in foul on Eddings.
You know, neither team has done a really good job with offensive rebounds so far. We've seen a lot of defensive rebounds, but getting those offensive boards has eluded both teams. Oh, there's a steal.
McCorkle, it's steal on the inbound.
And a foul.
Nathan Vogelpool gets his first basket, and that's a big one right there as he's fouled.
Just a bad sequence for West. That was a lazy pass, and then on the other end, instead of really fouling him, he just kind of hit him with the body hard at the end of the play. You'll see it right here. No chance of blocking that shot.
Combs kind of pushed him out of bounds right now, and Matt Rooks wants to call a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, I would
with 4:27 to go in this game. Lancers come in 9th in the city in the polls, despite their 1-2 record. Of course, out of the GCL, and big GCL matchup last week. How about Moeller, which was #1 in the state, against Cubcath, number 1 in the state in Kentucky, and Cubcath won that game. Battle of number ones. You usually see a game that big early in the season, but
yeah, a little unusual.
Yeah, but Kentucky came out of that. And this LaSalle team also played Covington Catholic on Friday. They lost 67-49 to Cubcath.
Anytime you're playing against a GCL team or seeing a GCL team, you know that they're going to bring it. So many good teams through the years have come out of the GCL.
Well, they all play good non-conference schedules,
right.
And which makes them very, very tough through the conference and tough in the season.
Yeah.
And shot by Vogel. He's been 100% from the foul line this season. Didn't see how many actually foul shots he took, but still stays 100%.
3-bomb.
And off the rim by Combs.
And there's a lid over that basket. Another one.
And there is a nice shot by Quinn Healy, and he is fouled.
You know, Bill, sometimes you look back and you see like one play that kind of starts it all off, and it started with a lazy pass on the inbounds, and it ends here with another opportunity for a 3-point play. Sometimes it's easy to see that momentum start to shift.
Quinn Healy gets it.
And that's a 6-point swing just like that.
Yep. It was 14-13 at one time, and now it is 22-13 in favor of LaSalle.
West is just kind of flat, a little lackadaisical here, and I'm not sure why that is.
Jesus Harris, 5'9" junior, is in, seeing his first action in the game. Harris brings the ball over the timeline. Looks like he's had some knee issues.
Yeah.
His left knee has got a brace on it. Moving pretty good, though. Down to 3:43 to go here in the first half. Lancers with a 9-point lead.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what West is doing here. They're not really cutting, not a lot of moves on the baseline. A lot of jump shots, but that's in and out. Oh.
And offensive rebound taken by Matt Heiler, but he loses it out of bounds. Cannot control it. LaSalle has outscored West 14-2 in this quarter. Hobner over to Eddings. Eddings with the baseline drive, and it falls. Derek Eddings, his first basket.
Yeah, that was a soft touch. Tough shot.
6 different Lancers have scored now in this game.
Wow, look at that.
Max Kiker with a little scoop shot there for Max. He gets his 7th point. Kind of temporary stops the bleeding there of the run that LaSalle had.
West needs a defensive stop. And that's not.
You're not going to go. Just too far off the backboard. An offensive rebound, though, by Loudon. And he still have the ball. And now it's over to West.
Pull it out.
Draw. Kicks it out to Harris.
Nice
drive.
drive.
Shot. Well, didn't use the backboard. Tried to use the backboard, went over it though. Went over the rim.
So often you see players just rush on the block, and there's a 3-bomb.
And that's by Hobner. Puts Hobner now in double figures. That's 10. Max Kiker and altered a little bit, but Kevin Keefe is signaling the other way right now.
Yeah, well, what I was saying there, Bill, was, sometimes players get those offensive rebounds down low, and they just rush a shot back up. When if they just took a second longer or did a little head fake, they'd have a much better shot than just throwing it up.
Porter back in the ball game now, along with Hildebrand, and Hildebrand's double team. LaSalle's going to call a 30-second timeout. So for Pat Godey, that's his first timeout with 1:39 to go here. His Lancers are up by 12 as they are dominating this second half right now.
Yeah, it's,
Or second quarter, I should say.
The tale of two quarters here. The first quarter saw pretty much an even match between two teams who were just trying to find their rhythm. But LaSalle here in the second half, or the second quarter, they've just really found a way to get the ball inside, put some baskets up. A couple of silly plays, bad fouls by West has given them this 12-point lead.
West's next game will be this Friday at Mason. That Mason team's coming out of the box there, 5-0 on the season, 3-0 in the league. So they've got a tough game coming up this week.
They've put together some good teams over there the last 4 or 5 years for sure. Maybe longer than that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, shot is short by Hobner. Max Kiker, though, quickly down the other direction now for the Firebirds.
I like the aggressiveness, though, going to the basket, trying to make something happen.
We're approaching the 1-minute mark. Kevin Swift in the game now for West. He has the ball. Swift, a 6'1" junior. Kiker. There's a three-point attempt, and it's short by McCorkle. I said Kevin Swift. Let's go back the other way there. Number 1 is Cameron Schaefer. Looking the other way. There's too many same numbers here. Cameron Schaefer is 6-foot senior. See, now I added a grade to him too, so sorry about that, Cameron. Meanwhile, though, a foul on Wes on Mitch Wagner, and that is his 3rd foul. That's the 7th on the Firebirds, so 1-on-1 situation, and very quickly Vogelpohl puts the foul shot in. He stays perfect on the season as he's made 3 for 3 tonight. 5 points. Gives the Lancers their biggest lead at 14.
The Lancers have been solid on free throws so far tonight.
They have been.
Oh, almost.
8 for 10, so they're sitting 80% from the foul line. That can make any coach happy.
Yeah, that's pretty respectable.
And Schaefer said stepped out of bounds on the baseline.
There's an interesting thing about this game, Bill. You got to keep the ball on the court.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. That is our thought for the night here. So. And Coden Lambert triggers it in for LaSalle. 28 seconds to go here in the first half. See if they'll be content now to just play for one shot.
I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, Loudon and Hobner are playing catch out here. Hobner,
wow.
though, Hobner drives into the paint off the rim there.
Not a bad idea. Just didn't work out.
And stolen by Lampert.
One more.
Lampert, just barely missed the nets. Wow. That was Glenn Ely. Wow. That would be amazing. So, all right, your score at halftime, 29-15 in favor of the Lancers. It was all Lancers that second quarter. Mike and I will be back for second half action in just a moment. Don't go away. And Bill Brett's Mike Lyons back here at Lakota West High School, where the Lancers have a 29-15 lead at halftime. I'll run over the scoring real quick, and then we'll look at some of the stats right here for LaSalle. Vogelpohl has 5 points. Ely has 6. Loudon 5. Eddings 2. Porter has a point. And Riley Hobner with 10 points. For West, Farthing has 3 points. McCorkle 2. Greenwood 1. Jones 2. And Max Kiker has 7. Now we're looking, Mike, at these stats right now. And one of the things is you look at the 3-point shooting. There's a definite difference right there.
Huge difference. LaSalle, 3 for 9, which is, not great, but Lakota West 0 for 8. So not a good start for them from beyond the arc.
Their Lakota West has shooting 26% from the field. 80% from the foul line, though, for LaSalle, 8 for 10, 39% from the field. So points off of turnovers, LaSalle has 9 points off of turnovers, too. So
yeah, and the other thing we talked about was offensive rebounds. Neither team did a good job on the offensive glass. About equal on rebounds total, but offensively just not doing it.
It's only 7 offensive rebounds between the two teams. So LaSalle has 2, and you can do the math to figure out how many West have. We're starting quarter number 3. Bill Brett's Mike Lyons. Glad you joined us here on this Tuesday night. Max Kiker 3-pointer, and that is a little momentum maybe booster they need as Kiker now is in double figures.
You like that start right out of the half.
Max Kiker has 16 in his last 2 games, 16 each in his last 2 games, so he's coming off his 2 best games of the season.
Greenwood going on the floor. That's the kind of hustle you want to see. That's what's going to take to get back in this game.
And also Miles Greenwood coming off his best game, 14 against Sycamore. Oh. And that is stolen by David Jones, and
foul.
And Hobner picks up his 3rd foul, so he's going to quickly come out of the game here. Riley Hobner trying to steal the ball back from David Jones. He's going to be replaced by Cameron Porter. So their big scorer is on the bench right now. Let's see if West can make something happen now during this time. Kiker, drive.
Good job defensively.
Inside to Farthing. Farthing does not going to Greenwood with the offensive rebound.
We talked about offensive rebounds being a problem for both teams, but so far, starting here in the second half, Greenwood has been on the floor and on the boards.
They put the foul at number 3. That can't be because number 3 is on the bench.
Right. And
they changed it now to Quinn Ely. That's his 2nd.
3-11.
You can't really get foul. Can't really commit fouls while you're on the bench. We can commit technical fouls when you're on the bench.
You can.
Greenwood is 1 for 2 tonight, or 2 for 3 tonight from the line. He's trying to get it down to single digits here. He does. So Wes off of the 5-0 run here to begin this second half. As you said before, Mike, they need some stops now.
Definitely. They have to keep the defensive intensity up.
Lambert, Ely. Lambert now. He's being guarded by Farthing. I don't think either team has used a zone tonight.
Ooh, that's a carry.
Yeah, it's a turnover on Cameron Porter, so West got the ball back. Chance now to cut that lead down a little bit more. Eddings is in the game. Deion Campbell, a 6'2 junior, number 30, is in the game for LaSalle. As Pat Godey continues to run players in and out along with Matt Rooks. He's doing the same thing. And is that a push? Yes, it is. Loudon picks up his 2nd foul. And that's the 3rd foul now. We played less than 2 minutes of this half, and LaSalle already has 3 fouls.
Yeah, 3 quick fouls to start this quarter.
Jones looking inside.
Good back guard. Good
And
patience.
shot is up and good by Miles Greenwood. Greenwood now has 5 in the game, 4 in this quarter.
Good patience. Good
And
defense.
David Jones knocks the ball away from Deion Campbell. Campbell falls on the floor. And Riley Hobner is back in the ball game, playing with 3 fouls.
You can see they're kind of doing an offense-defense thing here. They want him in for his offense. Hopefully he doesn't pick up any fouls on the offensive end.
He has the ball. On their 6'2" senior, the Lancers.
Ooh, big-time screen.
Hobner with the ball, looking inside. And
It's a push.
it's a push out of bounds. I'm going to call it on Farthing. It's his 2nd foul. It's the first one for the Firebirds in this half. So Hobner triggering in underneath his own basket. Loudon with the drive,
wow.
no good. Rebound.
Could have been a foul, too, there.
Greenwood,
Wow.
nice shot by Miles Greenwood, and he is catching fire this quarter. 6 1/4, 7 for the game. 5-point lead. Pat Godey's seen enough of this. He's going to call a full timeout with 5:17 to go, as Wes has started the quarter off with a 9-0 run to come back within 5 right now. So,
Yeah, you talk about the little things that kind of change the momentum in these games, and we saw it earlier on the other side. LaSalle got the momentum. They scored 6 straight points, and just like that here in the second half, West does the same thing, playing good defense, getting offensive rebounds, and taking good shots. Miles Greenwood single-handedly putting them up here, closer to LaSalle, down by 5 now.
we're going to see this next basket here, or the last basket
at
on the
this.
replay.
Whoop, whoop.
Nice little scoop shot right in by Greenwood.
Yeah, he started out this third quarter with a flurry on offense and defense, so a good sign for Coach Rooks' Firebirds.
Lancers are going to have a little bit of time off here. They will not play again until after Christmas. They're going to be up at Worthington High School playing Dublin Jerome and then Reynoldsburg up there, and for 2 straight nights up in the Columbus area. And then they're going to play Oak Hills at Mount St. Joe. Interesting. That's going to be on the 30th, so that's how they'll finish
pass.
their year out.
Short.
Big west side action there between Oak Hills and LaSalle, rivals from the west side. Kiker. McCorkle
Yeah,
took
double.
steps. Oh, it's too bad, too, because he had a nice little shot right from the 10-foot shot. Did not go, would not count, but Jones guarding. Jones is on Hobner. He's sticking to him like glue right now.
Yes, he is.
And there he goes, but David Jones picks up the foul.
That's the thing about good players, Bill. When they see that they need a lift on the offensive end, they go to the basket, they draw the fouls, and head to the line.
81.5% foul shooter. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Make that 3 for 3. That's 11.
You can see it right here. He's got him with the body, I think, just as he was going up. And this is not a guy you want to put at the line.
No, I don't think I know a Lancer out there right now I don't want
No.
to put it at the line. They're all shooting well tonight. They are 10 for 12 tonight from the foul line. Their first 2 points of this half, they had to wait 3.5 minutes to get them. LaSalle up by 7. West with the ball. McCorkle. Farthing around. Back to McCorkle, and now there's Combs who's back in the ball game. Combs baseline, too high off the backboard. Nice rebound by Quinn Ely. He's going to take it coast to coast, and bad shot.
Yeah, no good on that one.
And I tell you what, not only a bad shot, but he's coming out the next time they're going to stop, because you could see what Coach Godey did. He grabbed a player off the bench, immediately put him down there. Go ahead and get in the game.
You think he wanted to make a change?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Oh, there's three-pointer by Carter Combs. Back and now it's a 4-point game. Quinn Ely might be hoping right now there's no stoppage for quite a while.
Yeah.
So. Eddings back to Lampert.
They're just being patient here, trying to find something again.
Quinn Ely now back to Loudon. Back to Eddings. So.
And you got to give it to the Firebirds. The defensive intensity in this half has been way different than the first half. They're really keeping LaSalle off balance.
They're doing all this right now without their main guy in there. Hobner is not in the game at this particular times, and they're chewing up some time off of the clock here. Oh, shot almost taken by Loudon, but
got it.
And there is off the backboard by Lambert. He gets his first basket. That's a big one. They probably used up about a minute of time on that possession. There's a drive, and it will not fall. Drive is by McCorkle. Derek Eddings picks up his second foul, and that's the second one for, fourth one, I'm sorry, for the Lancers. And Mr. Ely's coming. And some words on the bench.
Yeah, you can.
And
say
that's
that.
a 5-second violation, or is it a foul? No.
Timeout.
Timeout. They took a timeout. Matt Rooks wisely took a timeout. Didn't know if it's a 30-second timeout. That's his second timeout. So both teams have taken 2 timeouts here with 2:09 to go. Our crew out here tonight, our camera people, are Jim Timmerman, Jake Reynolds, Eric Johan, our man Eric. We've been working with Eric, what, for 15 years more?
50 years.
50 years, okay, 50 years. And Johnny Holton. I think he's related to our main guy, Kyle.
I don't know if he would claim him or not.
That's his dad. Kyle Holton, his dad is on camera. Kyle, of course, director, producer. He does everything here out there in the truck. Did a good job here getting everything set up. And you know, it's really great if you're a director and your dad's on camera, you get to boss your dad around. So you get to tell your dad what to do.
Does he listen? That's the question.
Yeah, I know. Thanks to our great camera crew doing a great job, as you can see from the broadcast tonight. So appreciate all the work they've done. Holmes. Oh, nice little drive into
That's blocked.
Graw, and that nice defense by Lancers.
Good, wide open.
Wide open three and off the rim.
Good hustle.
Henry
And
Loudon.
one. Count it.
Shot is good by Hobner. Henry Loudon made that one work. And that's a big play for them. Puts them back up to a 9-point lead, and now a chance to get back to double figures. Foul is on Jared McCorkle. That's his first foul of the game. We can see the replay on this.
see some hustle there in LaSalle, and again, when a guy's going up for a layup like that, don't let him go to the line for a three-point play.
Give Loudon a great assist right there on that play. Hobner now. And he sinks it. His 5th foul shot of the night and his 15th point of the night. So now back to a 10-point lead. So after getting it down to 4 points, LaSalle has worked it back up to a 10-point lead. And a 14-point lead at halftime.
And West has kind of gotten away from what was working for him to start out the third quarter. Now they're struggling big time.
Stolen by,
there you go, though.
Vogenpols with the steal.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, though, that's the way to do it.
Foul is on Matt Eiler. Vogenpool, a rare miss for the Lancers at the foul line. Lambert comes out. Hildebrand back in. Charlie Massa, 5'11", senior in for Lakota West. And number 52, Steve Fouché, a 6'5" senior in. Meanwhile, Vogenpool makes the second foul shot. It's his 6th.
And that was a bad inbounds pass there by Greenwood. Greenwood's done a lot of things right, but that was not a good inbounds, and they got lucky on that one.
Vogenpool picks up the foul. That's his 2nd. He's going to take a seat on the bench here for a bit. Better inbounds pass.
Much better this time.
Charlie Massa over the timeline now. Ayler. Combs. And shots no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Greenwood.
Nope.
Three-pointer no good. Back the other direction comes Cameron Porter trying to go coast to coast. And rolls off the rim, but he's fouled.
Nice play again. Going to the basket, drawing contact, and heading to the line. That's been the story tonight. Look at this. He just goes into traffic and manages to get a shot up. You can't fault Lakota West there because they did foul him hard, but still almost managed to make it fall.
Massa with the foul. That's his 1st. And that's going to put Cameron Porter. He's 1 for 2 tonight. And rolls it off the rim.
You know, one thing you can kind of see in the demeanor of Lakota West is they're getting a little stiff, and they're kind of, you can see the anxiety in the way that they're shooting and the way that they're handling the ball.
Misses them both. That's a rare double miss for the Lancers. Cameron Schaefer, meanwhile, is back in for LaSalle, or for West.
And Schaefer, he doubled on that one, but really wasn't his fault because the pass was right at his feet. You can't pass the ball at the other player's feet if you want him to hold on to the ball.
So Edding's going to trigger it in front of that very colorful West.
And it's very festive.
Very festive mood here for the student body tonight. I'm going to get a camera angle on that sometime. Eric's right up there with him.
That reminds me, I wanted to invite you over for Festivus so I could air my grievances. I have a lot of them.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, too. Hobner back in the ball game with the drive, and
big block.
Oh, block in there, big block in. And that's by Greenwood, it looks like, with the block.
Watch this. He says, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. Greenwood, perfectly timed for Miles Greenwood on the block. Loudon now triggering in underneath the Lancer basket. And
that's yeah, you can't
I don't think you can do that. You can't pass yourself when you're out of bounds, can you?
No. According to the rules.
Yeah. And as we have said numerous times tonight, wholesale substitutions now for.
It's almost like a line change in hockey.
It is. Except it's even quicker.
It is.
I think what he's doing a lot is offense defense here. And,
a lot.
And Kiker, with time running out, throws the ball up. Well, they get back a little bit into the game here tonight as they score 12 points in that quarter. Score is 38 to 27 as they were outscored 18-12 that quarter. West was. So, and I think we get a picture of that student body right now. So over there, the very colorful Lakota West. There they are, yeah, all decked out and everything. I got a couple more days of school, I guess, this week. I guess this is exam week up here, so
yeah.
Most schools, that's what it is right before Christmas. But so we'll see if they mounted a bit of a comeback to start that third quarter. Let's see if West can do it again.
Well, you know, looking at the stats here, Bill, at the end of the third quarter, still for me, the glaring thing that I notice is 2 for 11 for threes for the Firebirds. They're only shooting 31% for the game in field goals.
Yeah, they picked it up that last half
of
44%, but you're right. I mean, you have to put together 4 quarters to basically win a game, and then right now.
And just forget about offensive rebounding because neither team is doing that.
No. They've lost 2 of the 4 quarters. Jones fell, and when he fell, Hobner was wide open for the 3. He has 18. Close to his average, although we don't have one of his games in there. It's at 2 games average.
It's interesting because he's kind of a quiet, unassuming player, and you look up and all of a sudden he's got 18 points in the game. The points just kind of stack up slowly and quietly.
Yeah. Eddings picks up the foul, and back the other end here is Jared McCorkle. He gets the foul shot. 71% foul shooter, first time he's been at the line tonight. Trying for his second one, and he's off the rim. They were shooting 3 for 3 up to that point. Now 3 for 4 in this second half.
Good save by Lambert.
Eddings with the drive into the paint, off the backboard.
Very nice.
Eddings has his 4th point. Now gives the Lancers a bit of a cushion again at 15 points. And there's a strip by Loudon.
Good steal. And it looks like they gave them timeout here.
They called a timeout. Eddings called a timeout. Okay, they're going to take a 30-second timeout. So Pat Godey has 2 timeouts left, and both of them are going to be full timeouts right now. Henry Loudon, I'm looking at his stats right now. They don't have him credit for a steal, and I think he has at least 1, maybe 2 steals. But especially in that one down there where he grabbed the ball and then I think that was just grabbing a loose ball, probably. That's what they called it. But all right, here we go. 43-28 in favor of the Lancers. They got the ball. And that's a foul by Greenwood. That's only his first foul. That's a 6, so both teams have 6 fouls. They'll be at the line for after this for the rest of the night. Hobner Lambert.
There it is.
Vogel pulled the Lamb. Oh, man. Both players in. Hobner went up high over David Jones. And I think it was David Jones, wasn't it? Yep, it was David Jones. He picks up his third foul. And like,
but you'll see
this again.
Yeah, you'll see on the replay, it wasn't hard contact. It wasn't like he took a big fall. It wasn't.
Ooh.
It looked worse than it was.
Yeah. You might have made a little bit of an argument for a charge there, but Mr. Hobner now has 20 points on the game, 10 in each quarter.
Well, Bill,
5 for 5 from the foul line this half.
You know, we're just starting the fourth quarter here, and the score is kind of getting out of hand, similar to what we've seen in the last 3 meetings between these teams.
Jesus Harris, though, puts the 3 up. He gets his first 3 points of the night. Kiker with the steal.
Good steal.
Max Kiker back the other direction.
Boom.
Kicks it off to Farthing with the 3, and whoa, just like that, 2 threes. 11-point game.
Well, they couldn't hit anything here for the first 3 quarters, but right here at the start of the fourth, draining 2 threes. That's 6 easy points.
Pat Godey called a timeout. It's got to be a full timeout. I think he's the one who called timeout, so it has to be a full timeout because he's already taken his 2:30. So he has 1 timeout left, and he was not very happy out there on the floor with some of his players.
No, not at all. And West is just, you know, they're just sticking right in this game. I mean, we're looking at an 11-point lead right now, but they've never really been fully out of the game. It's never gotten completely out of hand.
They're even up in this quarter at 7 each. Matt Rooks, 4th year at Lakota West. Trying to move. Both teams are trying to get to the 500 mark on the season. West came in 2-3. LaSalle came in 1-2 on the season. LaSalle's 1 win was against Schroeder, and they lost at Covington Catholic, and then they lost at Hillard Bradley. And once again, you talk about the hard non-conference schedule that these GCL teams take.
Oh yeah,
I mean it's.
Yeah, they don't just have these cake games.
Yep.
They play some tough competition out of conference for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Arkansas Pine Bluff would be on either one of their schedules.
Probably not.
It's on UC schedule tonight, so.
One of the few defeated teams on the season, I guess. Not undefeated, defeated.
Yeah.
But I don't want to short the GMC though either, because we've got some great teams in the GMC.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice drive into the paint by Lambert. That's his 4th point.
Nice cut. Good things happen when you go to the basket, and that was a nice interior pass for a wide open layup.
Plus, they ran about 30 seconds off the clock on that too. Clock is in their favor.
Greenwood.
Greenwood, no, will not fall. Rebounded by Loudon.
Not a bad shot, but again, no rebounds on the interior. Smart. You're seeing a lot of clock management here by LaSalle. That's a push.
And that's a basket by Vogenpol.
And how many times has this happened tonight where we've seen a player for LaSalle drive to the basket, wind up at the line with a 3-point play because of a weak foul on the interior? This is just a bad foul. Look at this. He just pushes him.
Yeah, Conrad Kurtz pushed him out of bounds. He still makes the basket. And I'm not sure what Pat Godey's arguing about down here. Second time tonight Vogelpohl's got the 3-point the good old-fashioned way.
I think he didn't like the fact that it was kind of a two-hand push.
Harris with the basket. He has 5 now off the bench for Matt Rooks' Firebirds. And there's a collision between Lampert and Farthing. Farthing, I think, got the worst of that collision, and he ends up getting the foul. So that puts Coden Lambert at the line, the junior. He averages 6 a game. And I believe, well, in the 2 games, this is the first time he's been to the foul line, so he might have been in the 3rd game, he might have been there. He has 5, so he's trying to get to his average right now.
And you have to compliment LaSalle tonight on their free throw shooting. They've done a nice job at the line.
You got a little bit of a bad stretch in there in the 3rd quarter where they missed 3 out of 4, but since that time, they have made 5 in a row. Now back up to a 16-point lead. Sal's trying to, nice. Backdoor, and Max Kiker could not get the fall. Yeah, couldn't get the fall, but.
Should have been a foul on Cole Hildebrand.
Shot is off, no good. Offensive rebound. Haven't seen a whole lot of those tonight, but keeps it alive. And they're going to call.
Wow.
They're going to call an offensive foul on Riley Hobner. Riley's kind of like, what?
I'm kind of like, what? You know, the only thing I could see there is he kind of flopped back after he dipped his shoulder a little bit. I don't think the official liked that.
He's played aggressively tonight. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. Comes out of the game right now with 20 points, 10 in each half.
He's carrying it.
There's a drive in the paint, and that is shot's good by Brad Groff. Hits his first basket of the night. You see it again.
Watch this, nice drive inside, goes up, scoop move, and
nice strong move.
Cameron Porter caught him with the body.
Porter's first foul. That's the 8th for the Lancers. So Groth, who averages 2.6, needs this one to keep above his average here. He's got it. He has 3 points, 13-point lead now. 3:34 to go in this game.
Good job. Good job. LaSalle is just managing the clock right now, and they're doing a nice job. They're not forcing anything. They're just going to run this clock for as long as they can.
Doing a little bit of a weave in a way here.
That's why you practice it, for situations like this.
Yep. And there looks inside, and that is Hobner for his 22nd point.
And even when you're doing that, just to run the clock out, you're going to wear down the defense eventually and get an open shot.
Kiker cannot fall, but he is fouled. Vogelpohl picks up his 3rd foul for the Lancers. Max Kiker, 1 for 1 tonight from the foul line.
And both these teams have 9 fouls apiece.
So we could be going to double bonus here now the next time somebody fouls. Kiker makes them both. Max got 12 points.
And Kiker does a nice job out there.
It's his 3rd straight double-figure scoring. And
they call an offensive foul.
They call an offensive foul. They did.
Did they?
Nope.
Oh, I thought he
it on.
signaled for it at first.
They were going to call it on, that would have been Hobner's 5th foul. But as a result, there's Hobner back at the line again.
You know, I think he was just a little bit too far under the basket to draw the charge. If he'd been out maybe a foot or half a foot, it's kind of a judgment call on the official's part.
Hobner is 8 for 8 from the foul line.
25 points tonight.
Baseline drive, and that is
Nice
good
job
by Groff. Groff has 5 points all in this quarter.
That was a good drive.
Well, West is being aggressive. They're not holding off on him.
No,
so,
not at all.
Combs picks up his 3rd foul, and it's number 10 on the Firebirds. So double bonus now coming up. And shot is good by Loudon. He's 2 for 3 from the line. He has 6 points. Misses that one. Hiker. Hiker dishes it off
wow.
to, that's another one, another shot by Groff. Brad Groff has 7 points all in this quarter. 13-point game with less than 2 minutes to go now.
Yeah, 2 nice layups by Groff.
Oh.
And again, LaSalle managing the time on the clock. Uh-oh.
No, that's stolen by Kiker. Kiker's got an easy basket. 14 for Max. And Kiker picks up the foul. So Kiker hits is only his 1st foul of the night. And timeout by Wes. I think they have called a full timeout. As I said, they're at Mason on the 22nd. They finish up 2017 on the 30th, Saturday, here at home with Kings. Lakota West TV will be bringing you at least 5 more West boys and girls games. Got 3 West boys, 3 West girls. How about those West girls the other night against Mason? So they beat Mason 51-50.
Yeah.
Of course, last year they met in the regional finals, and Mason won by a point that time. And their last 4 games, I did a little research on this, Mike. Last 4 games between West girls and Mason girls, total of 7 points.
Wow.
Difference between those 2 games. Regular season they split, and not by much. So.
Yeah, that's always a huge rivalry, especially when we get into tournament time. And both of those teams have been so good over the last, I don't know how many years, especially Lakota West has been good since as long as I can remember.
Right.
But Mason has really been on an upswing maybe the last 5 to 7 years. Of course, you remember all those teams in the early 2000s with Michelle Munoz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mason had some awesome teams back during that time. And it was, back then, it was them and Mount Notre Dame that were the dominant. Of course, Mount Notre Dame is back to the domination again in the city as they're defending state champs. Basketball
There's another one.
Oh, girls basketball has been strong down here for the last few years, especially on Division I level.
Absolutely.
And a lot of that is attributed to the man across the floor here, Andy Fishman,
That's right.
and his Lakota West team. And they're doing quite well so far this season, too.
And it's fun to watch teams that are that good. I mean, these girls' teams are just unbelievable.
Shot is up and no good. Rebound by McCorkle. McCorkle trying to go coast to coast, and he does. Jared McCorkle. Well, back down to a single-digit game now. And Volkenpol could not do that long pass. And Pat Godey's going, why? And I would ask that too. Why? Especially when you got the lead.
That's right.
Combs, three-pointer off the rim. Rebound and hold. That could have been almost called a foul on Miles Greenwood, but and I think he finally does foul.
Yeah. Well, it's
I think Greenwood, it was over the back on the first time, and then he got him the second time, and then went one counted. Second foul for Greenwood. Go ahead.
I was just going to say a 9-point lead here. I mean, with a minute left to play, I think it's pretty safe to say that, the trend continues for Lakota West against the Lancers.
Well, they have met previously 6 times before tonight. LaSalle have won 5 of those 6 games, including the last 3. Lambert makes 1 for 2. He has 6 points.
This has been one of those strange games where you see momentum shifting back and forth. And you can pinpoint a couple different times where either team kind of got the advantage, but no one was really able to hold on to it until the fourth quarter.
Lambert's foul, and I think this last 50.6 seconds is going to be pretty long.
Yes.
And we got a technical foul. We have a technical on I'm not sure. I think I don't see a player up there, although the official right now, Steve Tabor, is talking to Matt Rooks. So I think it might have been on the West bench. Okay,
Yeah,
now
so.
The Kiker's coming up now. It was on Kiker. They didn't have a foul up there before, but so Lambert, who's 2 for 3, 3 for 4. He had not had any foul shots coming into tonight, shown on the, at least on the stat sheet, and he's 3 for 5 tonight. Point number 61 just put up. Now LaSalle gets the ball with 50.6 seconds to go. Headings. And that is not the guy you want to foul, but there's a steal, and the shot is good. Steal by Matt Eiler, and he gets his first basket. Matt Rooks is calling a timeout. Full timeout. He now has 1 timeout left, as Pat Godey also has a timeout left, and it's a 10-point game. And Eiler has been kind of quiet here tonight.
Well, you've got
a good basket right there.
You got a 10-point lead here, 40 seconds. It's going to be tough to get back in here. Certainly nothing's impossible, but they're going to have to foul on the other end and send LaSalle to the line. And that's going to cost them, because the way LaSalle has shot free throws here tonight.
And they're going to have to make threes, and
right.
that they've struggled with that tonight.
Yeah,
definitely have struggled with making the threes tonight. Although going into the third quarter, they've improved a little bit, 2 for 11.
Yeah.
But in this quarter, they have at least a couple in there. Harris has got 1, and Farthing has a 3-pointer. So 40.6 seconds ago, LaSalle trying to win for the 4th straight time over the last few years here against West. Of the games they have played in the last 3 times they have met each other, this is the closest one right now. Previous close was 16 points 2 years ago.
And they're going to have to foul right away, I think.
Well,
and that's not working.
It's not working. They got it over the timeline. Good job by the Lancers, and there's the foul by
They lost 11 seconds off the clock on that. That's the thing that makes it so difficult to come back when you're down 10 points like that.
Yep. 29.9 seconds ago. Logan Poole makes that one. Logan Poole now has 11. Make that 12, 63 points. Back the other direction, McCorkle, and Foul by Eddings. That's his 4th. And Corkle at the line for 2. Told you this last 50 seconds would be a long 50 seconds here.
It's the longest minute, I guess, right?
Yeah. Sounds like a show or something you can make. The longest minute. 6 points. McCorkle, 7 points now. McCorkle, he's 3 for 4 from the line. Averages 8.8. Back to a 10-point lead again. And once again, over the timeline, they come.
I think at this point you don't well.
Just as you say that, Eiler commits the foul on the one guy you probably don't want to be his foul line if you're West, and that's Hobner.
Yeah, I mean, you just pull back at this point and call it a day, and try to regroup after this and move on.
When life is going well for you, Hobner then gets the rim bounce on that one.
Yes, yeah. 26 points. And I told you, it's a quiet 26 points. You look up and all of a sudden he's got 26.
Well, you know what? He didn't get a chance to get 27 because there was a lane violation on that one. So the direction, Corkle rims out of bounds. Landing glass touched by Lancers. 11-point lead. Corkle with the drive. Oh, nice little.
Yeah, that kind of sums up the night there, though.
Yeah, that's the rim has just not have been good. Time runs out.
Yeah.
Well, it's the closest game in the last 4 years, but still, unfortunately for the Firebirds, it is a loss. At 64-53 is your final here, Lakota West High School. Riley Hobner, 26 points for the Lancers.
Nice game.
And it's his least second game over 20 points. So final thoughts here?
Well, up and down game, but in the end, LaSalle just got the momentum shifted to their direction in the 4th quarter, and that was pretty much the end of it. Lakota could never really get into a solid rhythm for the whole game.
The Firebirds drop to 2-4 in the season. Lancers go to 2-2. For the entire Westchester crew, this is Bill Bretz saying, for Mike Lyons, saying goodbye from Lakota West High School.